This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt your people. Never. So we must start love one another as we love ourselves. Stand up and fight. Fight with all our might. Never let no one hurt my people.
Wow.
Never, never, never.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Listen what I'm saying.
welcome,
We
welcome.
are the first man
Welcome again.
and first woman.
Do you
So
know
don't let
you have to
anyone
go to
come
college
and tell you
to learn about the God of the Bible? This Jesus that we have here? You have to go to college to learn about God of the Bible. Isn't that amazing? Or you have to learn from the one that go to the college to know about God. I thought God would be known by all persons from themselves. What do you think? If you do not go to college, you are not going to know about the God of the Bible unless you listen to the one that went to college to learn about God. Think about it. The invisible man, you have to go to college to learn about him. Or the invisible spirit. What do you think? Remember the word invisible, not seen in the English language. But yet still, you have to go to college for you to speak about God. And that's the only way you can know about God. From the theologian, as I said in Paul's program, the word God is a dramatic word, not an African word. Hello? Not an African word. So that word God doesn't have any base in the African dialects or their language. So we got a barrier. We stuck. And by the black man stuck in his doing, he going off in all manner of ways. The birds do it their thing in their own ways. The four-footed beasts do it their things in their own way. Do they have a God? Or do they bow down to a spirit? Because they're flesh and blood. Hello? All the four-footed beasts are flesh and blood. All the fowls of the air are flesh and blood. All the fishes of the ocean are flesh and blood. All the creeping things are flesh and blood. Also, yet man is flesh and blood. So, do man have a preference much more on the beasts of the field? Or do the beasts of the field have a preference more than the man? You can't get it. We all in the same rims of life. so it one die, so it the other. And all the dead is all equal. None is above the other. Hello? So we are going off in all directions and cannot find a straight pathway. And that's why man is killing each other without a cause. The beasts only kill each other with a cause, by interference with the flock. Strange beasts try to interfere with the flock. And that's all the way life is. But man thing is above all things and make himself to be above all creature. But remember, so it the beast die, so it man die. All the dead are the same. The dead is equal. None is above each other. So when you're bowing down to this white man Jesus and figure is going to save you from your doing, I think you're making a mistake. Furthermore, he's white. And no one is not talking about that. Hey, if he's white, some say he's not white. So bring up if he's not white. Show me. Bring him forth alive and let's see. Hey, he's not white. He was black. But if he was black, you're not saying anything anyway. And if he was not, you're still not saying anything. What about there was no Jesus? What about there was no Christ? But the story is made up by other people. Because we do not have the story of Jesus in the past in none of the African language or none of the African countries until the white man move up into the motherland. The people that were living in the Western world, as you call it, the Americas, they didn't have no Jesus. Huh? No. They have a thing you call the Thunderbird. And they dance to the Thunderbird. They made their icon from certain tree or wood. And they dance to it until they get what they want. They didn't know the word God. They didn't know the word Jesus. So that's where we have a barrier of misunderstanding. And by we have this misunderstanding, we stuck. We stuck like Band-Aid, fighting among ourselves and fighting what the white men put together. You know, the Bible is made by the white people. Hello? I said the Bible have been written by the white people. But where did they get the story from? See, no one is talking about that. No one. In the past, I'm going to say it another time so you can understand. In the past, my great grandfather right on the skins of the eland and the he-goat. If you do not understand what I'm saying about he-lamb and he-goat, it's the goat that never been made and the sheep that never been made and they're young, they call eland and he-goat. When they kill those animals, they preserve the skins. And they will take the charcoal and the juice of the green herbs and mix together. And then they will do their writing on those skins. So it will not fade away. And they wrote in their language and their dialects, not in English. And they preserve their writing of everyday doing and everyday saying in the village. And they preserve it. The white men get hold of some of those scrolls, and they take them to Europe. And that's how our thing get confused. Because they change it. And those writing was written from right to left with no division. So the white man is smart. He changed shit around. He changed it around. Said, we want to confuse them. So they will not overstand anymore of their doing, of their magical doing. So they can use their magical doing on us. So let's change it around. You know, all the magical book made in Europe. The Book of the Beast, the Book of the Dead, all of them made in Europe. The Bible, the Great Book of the Lawrence, the Black Art book, the Maccabee book, the Great Book of Indian Magic, they are written in Europe. So they change things around. Because the people of passing Africa, as you call it, they dance to the drum. And they made the drum from the skins of the eland and the he-goat. So the spirit of those creatures could make my people dance. Turn them into vampire, spirit, trance them away. But guess what? All that knowledge is gone. All that knowledge is gone. And my people stuck on this man you call Jesus. And the Jesus is not helping our people. Hello? The Jesus is not helping our people. Look, the Jesus is a white man. Jesus is a white man. And by he's a white man, you stuck. The Jesus is a white man. So he cannot save black people. It is impossible. And for those of you that is thinking that Jesus is white and he is, you got a problem. You got a problem, you got a problem. Because the white man Jesus did not save himself. And that's why he was crying out, because he was feeling pain. If he was, I don't have a proof. Is somebody telling me that there's a man born named Jesus? Someone is saying that. Jesus is not telling me of himself that he was born named Jesus. Somebody is telling you. You know what I mean? So if someone is telling you, look on the nostril of this female with the baby. That's a white European features. Black people doesn't have small lips. No, sir. Black people don't have tiny lips. Black people doesn't have straight hair or wool. Wool is not straight. Wool is curly. And only three things are wool: the cotton, the sheep, and the black man. So if we get caught up and tangled up and tied up and stuck, you're going to be messed up. Straight up. So that's why everything is standstill at this moment. Black man doesn't know where he's going. He don't know if he's coming or going. Because the white man, he's the one that dominating and telling black people what to do. Telling the Chinese what to do. Telling the Indian what to do. Going from north, south, east, and west and doing their doing. And the black man sit back. And he's the original man. Sitting back and let the white men do what they want to do. Then you're going to come up and talk bullshit. Talking about Anunnaki, Neanderthal, Homo sapien. And you're not talking about the black man. And let the people know, hey, black man is the original. As you call him black man. I call him the woolly man. Because he's the first. But yet still you said God made him. God made him without clothing. God made him without shelter. Hello? So he got to find his own shelter. He got to find his own clothing. And the time that he was made, the climate was cold climate. Hello? So he did not have any clothing. But yet still God made him. You have been taught that way. And by you have been taught in that manner that God made man, you stuck. God made the heaven and the earth, you stuck. And God made all creatures, you stuck. But if you read the story of the Bible slowly into Genesis, you can see that God didn't make water and God didn't make all the four-footed beasts. The story said God called them up. Hello? God called up all the four-footed beasts of their own kind. So that means they were in some place in the earth. And God called them up according to their kind. That's what the story is telling you. That is a story that made up. So I'm coming back with the story that no, God did not make anything. That's not the way God speak if he is God. I'm telling you, there was nothing made. There was nothing formed. And there was nothing created. Everything been here from time and time. Can you hear me? Everything been here from time and time. But yet still the white men tell you that there was a big bang. He's not saying God created nothing. Hello? The white man is not telling you that God created anything in dispensation of time. He's telling you there was a big bang. So you need to imagine the big bang. There is no space and there is no time and there's a big bang. And where do it came from? So reverse what I said. There was no big bang. There is no creation because everything been here from time and time. And you cannot count what I said from time and time. That's why I said everything been here from time. Light time and dark time. All been here. Because the dark time is from the shadow of the earth. And the light time is from the sun. Think about it. The dark time is from the shadow of the earth. And the light time is from the sun. And they've been here from all time. And if you remove the sun, it will be all dark time. Before you were born, the sun been there. Before anyone was born, or before God made the man, the sun was there. So if God created the heaven and the earth, and there was no heaven, and God was before heaven, where was God? Because God is in heaven. So was he living to another place without heaven? And yes, still the Bible said God came from Teman, the Holy One from Mount Sinai. So where is the holy mountain of Sinai? As I said, if you hope in your mind and your thought and your idea and your understanding, you will get it all straight and no confusion. Not one confusion you will have into the mind. But by someone is telling you that God created the heaven and the earth, you're stuck with that. If God is a man or God is a spirit, that's not the way someone speaks when they create something. Somebody is telling you that God creates something. If you read it all the way down, God is not create things in that manner and telling you. No, that's not the way. If I made something, I will speak. But by you stuck on the white man overstanding, and that's what's happened. This place been here from time and time, and it have no place to go. It is impossible for it to disappear. There's no place. Look, the earth that we sit on is in space. And space have no boundary. Space have no destination. Don't think you're sitting there. Space have no destination and no boundary. So all the stars and the sun and the moon and the earth, they're moving into space. They're moving. They're not moving out of space. They're moving into space because space are there. So they're moving back and forth into space because they have nowhere to go. The earth can't fall down because it's into space. And that's why it's moving. It's not attached to anything. It's moving all by itself. But the white men tell you it's under gravity. Gravity is holding it and gravity controlling it. What is gravity? Those are imagination things they're telling you. Like the equator. Imaginary line. That's imagination. Straight up. And once you understand what's taking place, you will not have no problem. No, sir, no problem. No problem you will have whatsoever. So if we can get back to the original man with his doing, we will have no problem. How can we go back to the original man? It's going to be very hard. Because all the knowledge of the original man, they're dumping it. They're taking it and they're mixing it up. Can you understand? So by mix up, they're washing it out. Nobody want to live in mud house anymore or straw house. They want to live into bricks and fancy gypsum. They don't know that the mud house is much better than the stone house. No, sir. They have that knowledge. The ant made their nest from the mud or the clay. And when the rain falls, they do not get wet. You never experienced this as a young boy, so you're going to have a lot of problem understanding. You never sit down and watch the ant making their nest or cutting the leaf and carrying them. You only saw it on TV. As a young boy in the village, we will go to the ant's nest and watch them moving back and forth with the mud in their mouth. You never watch the swallow making their nest from the mud because you do not have any time for that. Your mind is stick on the Jesus. Think about it. There is certain place you can go today or tomorrow and watch the swallow taking the mud from the mud and making their nest, pasting it all around. And when it's pasted properly, they cover it with cotton inside or small grass, and they will make of their babies up in there. No time for that. You have to go on TV and read books. Listen, when you read a book, if you do not understand what I'm saying, I can't help you. When you read a book, you're reading that somebody put down in book from their brains, from their seeing, and from the hearing, and from their doing. So the Bible is the same. When you read the Bible, you're reading what somebody put there from their seeing, from their doing, and from the hearing. I heard what Johnny said and I write it down. I see Johnny walking and I write it down. Common sense. So every book that is written is from the brains of man, is taught, is seen, and is doing. So there is no mystery in that, because your brains have all the knowledge. But if you cannot keep it there, you write it down. And that's what my grandfather did in the past. In the village, when they have an argument, there's one guy there writing it down. It's not everybody writing it down. No, sir. And they kept that. And they also still do it in Africa. When the village leader gather up the neighbors that are having problems, they write it down. They have to go to the priest up in there. And they write it down for memory. Somebody steal a goat or steal a cow, and they have to get together and find out if they have to try this guy, or we have to pay for the cow that is stolen, or the goat, or the sheep, or the pig, or enter a dwelling, a mud house. They got to write it down. So for later reference. And that's how the Bible came in existence. With the white men doing of changing the stories and changing names of people and names of town. You know, all of Africa have different names, as you call it Africa. All of the Caribbean islands have different names by the white man changing them. Tell me what you can understand. Then you bring up a God that is, hey, God is the one that caused him to be doing that. No, sir. No. He's doing his doing from himself. And we are doing our doing from ourselves with the white man doing. And that's why we get messed up. That's why we get caught up. That's why we get tangled up. Because we're not understanding. We are not understanding what they're doing. And that's why they are going around and doing what they're doing. You don't see the black man fighting the white man in Gaza. You don't see the black man fighting the white man in Lebanon. You don't see the black man helping the Iranian fighting the white man in Iran. No, sir. No. The black man is killing his own people all over. So he don't have time to help other people. Because he's killing his people more than you can think. Sudan, they're killing their people. Ethiopia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, they're killing their people. Killing their people every day. And everybody sit back. Nobody's not talking. You kill one black man, it's like you kill all of them. And it seems like it's fun now to kill black people. What did you say? It seems like it's fun to kill black people. It's fun to black people because you're killing them for no reason. Chopping them up with machete, stab them with knife, poison them, beat them up, bust their head skull. It's like it's fun. No black leaders, no places not getting together and say, hey, we got to stop these people from killing each other, man. Look, we are the original people. We got to stop these black men from killing their own people, especially the female. We got to stop the male from killing the female, as the population is going to fade away. What I'm saying, look, forget about this God and this Jesus you're talking about. Those are white hat cons. They're not going to help you. And look, if the Jesus is white, his father is white. Forget about it. Let's see if we can rise up to help our people. What do you mean by helping our people? Helping them from not killing each other and plant grain so we can have food for our people. Take the land from the white man. And that's the only way you're going to do this shit. Hello? That's the only way you can save your people. You're talking about having money, you want to be rich in a big house? What do you need with a big house? Or a big mansion? You're up there by yourself. You just need one room to put a bed. Straight up. You don't need no 10, 20, 30, 40 bedroom house for what? And you're not putting in your family in there. You're not putting in your brother in there, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your grandmother. No. We need to have food for our people. When I said food, I mean food abundantly. So if you have food, your people will survive. That's why the white man is going around and taking away the land from the people. Can't you see? So they can go there and plant grains. So they can have food for their people. And for their animals, they can have green grass. We're not trying to do none of that. We want to talk about God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. It's not going to work for your people and my people. See, the white man is taking all the oil resource. So if you have it in his position, who can take it away from him? Talk to me. If he got all the oil in his position, if he got all the gold in his position, if he got all the diamond in his position, and he got all the food in his position, and he got all the water resource, that's why he want to control the whole ocean. So he is the owner of it. So he can make fresh water and it can remain salt water. You're going to die from thirst because he controls the water. You're not going to have any transportation because it controls the oil. Hello? You're not going to make anything from the oil because he controls it. No plastic, no automobile, no parts. He controls all of that. So once he look, you keep on thinking the white man is a fool. Them son of a gun is so smart you don't know. They're very smart. They don't try to let their people die from starvation. Where? Where in the world white men is dying from starvation? Huh? If the Cambodia, if those people or the Vietnam people are dying from starvation, the Chinese supposed to help their people. If the white people start dying in France from starvation, food is going to be there. If they're dying from Norway from starvation, the white man is going to bring food there in Norway, in Denmark, in Finland. It doesn't matter where it is. They don't have any problem with starvation there. Huh? Which one of the European countries is having problem with starvation? The only place in the world is having problem from starvation is the place you call Africa. You lying. Am I lying? Which other place in the world that having starvation except the place you call Africa? Uh-huh. You're figuring that out, huh? Okay. Okay. If you want to play Santa Claus, keep on playing. So sooner or later, how are people going to die out because the leaders are not waking up? And the leaders that is waking up, they're trying to kill him. They're trying to get rid of him because they said he's a troublemaker. And we are not trying to back him up. And he's trying to help others so they can stand up for their people. But nobody want to do that. They want to let the white man come in, and once the white man say something, they figure what the white man said is okay. You got to be a damn fool. The white man is not going to stop the black men from dying. In no way. They will pretend they're doing when they're not doing. If they stop you from dying, they're not going to accomplish what they need on this planet. Listen, the white men need this planet for themselves. I'm going to repeat myself. The white men want this planet for themselves because everything is here and everything is nice right here. And that's all they're trying to do. And that's why they bring up all these God and bring up all these Jesus and bring up all these commandments and tell you if you break them, the God is going to punish you. And the God that is going to punish you is a white man. You know the icon of Jesus is white. Talk to me. The icon of Jesus is white. So therefore his father have to be white and his mother have to be white. And his grandpa have to be white. And his great grandpa have to be white. You got to tell me that they're not. Tell me that the white man Jesus is not. If he is, I don't know that part. I'm just reading from what the white man put together. But they give you an icon, regardless how they gave you the icon. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter how they gave it to you. You have it in your dwelling, so you have it in your mind that he is. If you would not have it in your dwelling, I know I'm not making any sense to you because you can't understand. If you have the white icon Jesus in the dwelling, that means you have it in your mind that he is a white man. So you's going to bow down to that. So if he is white, his father have to be white. But now the black men coming up and saying that Jesus is God and God is Jesus. So therefore he's still a white man. The icon is white. So you're not making any sense to your people. That's the story going around now. Jesus is white and Jesus is God. And God is Jesus. So he leave heaven and he go right into a womb of a woman and form as a baby. 9 months form as a baby. You could imagine some nonsense people are telling you. Can you imagine? God formed himself into a woman womb from a little baby all the way up to 9 months, and then the woman give birth to God. Miraculous birth. What? She give birth, did she feel pain? Or she didn't feel any pain? And she give birth into a stable where animals are. Could you imagine? And you go for the ballooning. Straight up. But your mind is so confused and contaminated with all these stories that you get caught up. You can't clean the mind up. No, sir. Your mind filled with a whole bunch of mess about this Jesus and about this God and about this devil. And they were before the earth was made. See how they do it? Before the earth was made, they were. But where were they? And Jesus was with God and God was with him. And with the Holy Ghost. You can imagine? That's a whole bunch of story there that will contaminate the mind. And that's why you cannot understand what's taking place. Symbolic stories. You get confused night and day. A man or a spirit that was before the earth, the stars, the moon, and the space. Just think about it. So what were here before the space? A big balloon does break and open up the space. That's why I said no. Everything been here from time and time. Nothing have been made, created, or formed. They've been here, just been here. And all the creature was in the earth, in the soil. And they wake themselves up either by the rain or by the sun. The plants, the seeds are in the ground. And the rainfall or the rain spread and things grow. The wind blow it and blow its seeds all over the place. You know, a lot of people think the rain comes from the element. They don't know that part. They don't know that the rain comes from the ocean. No, they don't know that part. Look, if you've been a seaman, you will know that when we have water sprout, we have to run away from those water sprouts in the ocean because it will mess the ship up. It's like a tornado. If you have 3 water sprouts coming up and way out into the element, take up the ocean. Sometimes you know what come in the water sprout? Fish. Where I was living in the island, when the rain fall, we is about maybe 10 miles from the ocean, or say 25 miles. And when the rain fall abundantly, on the roadside you will see small baby fish, because we have water sprout. A lot of people don't know that. They think it's a story you're telling. If you go to a place in California or in Las Vegas, you can see fish in the side of the road when the rain fall abundantly. And if you go to the desert, you know rain doesn't fall at the desert because the wind doesn't blow there. So we get caught up with a lot of stuff that we can't overstand. So that's why I said everything been here from time and time. And if you use the nuclear weapon to destroy the life on this planet, it will still remain where it is. It's don't have no place to go. Though it's in space. And by it in space, there's no boundary and there's no destination. And if you can't understand that, I can help you. All I can tell you, gotta wake up and stop your sleeping. The black man gotta wake up and see what the white man is doing. See what the white man is doing. And what is he doing? Taking things that does not belong to him all over the planet. And he's not going to stop until he accomplishes his doing. I'm going to leave that with you. And if you cannot understand what I'm saying, call me up. Don't cost you anything. It's free. I am not bullshitting you. I'm telling you the truth. Or maybe you can't understand. I'm telling you that the white man, he is not going to stop. Do you know how long the white man is taking things away from other people? Do you know? You know he's not the first man on the planet. So who is the first one on the planet? The people that the white man said was on the planet before them. I'm not saying that. I'm going to tell you, the white man is saying that other people was on the planet before them. So they began to take things away from those people that they say were on the planet before them. And who were those people? Who was those people that was before the white man? Not the Chinese, not the Indian. I'm going to leave that with you. You think who were here before all those people? And that's the problem we are having, not understanding what's going on with him. Think about it. And he's going to continue doing what he's doing until he get everything he wants. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's going to continue doing what he's doing until he get everything that he wants from the other people that were here before him. And he's seeking after it. And you know what is it? The wisdom of the original man. It's not completely revealed. Huh. The original man can bring fire down from the element with words and magical power of himself. He can go into the Orion stars with mystical power, but those are all locked up. It's like the seal to be opened, and there is no one to open the seal. So they think this white man Jesus is going to open the seal and lose thereof in it. No, sir. That white man have no power for the seal. The seals are the 7 seals of the magical power of the planet. Are the 8 seals of the magical power of the planet.
Kill our people? No. Kill our brothers? No.
You know the Chinese counting 5, right?
Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Listen.
And you know the number 5 in the English language.
The time has come.
Let's think about it. It's a mystical number.
To wake up, to realize.
So what I'm saying to you, the white man already know what he's all about.
Listen. Listen to me
And if you
carefully.
think he's wasting time,
Don't you fool around
you got it wrong.
with no homosexual.
You got it wrong, Mr.
Don't
Black
you
man, if you
fool
think the
around
white man is wasting time.
with
He
no
know what he's doing and you
lesbian.
sit back with your big
That's
black
not
face
the
not
way,
doing
black
nothing
man.
or your big black
Come
lips
on, black
not
man.
saying anything
Listen to
and
me.
your big bright black eyes just looking
Don't hawks, don't tell.
and you're looking at what
That's
he's doing
some
and
bullshit.
keep your mouth shut.
Don't listen to those words. Stay away from
All I'm saying, he's smart and he's going to get everything he wants. In the meantime, you sitting back. Peace. If you think I'm bullshitting you, check it out. I'm out of here, Mr. Black Man. I'm out of here. Peace and respect.